Little bit of old Glenfiddich.
Ooh, whiskey, baby. Welcome to Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Where are we going? We're going to a place that's in the future. I should start the game, or we won't ever get to this bullshit. Now let's drink some more. Good God. Ugh. I got the agent in a sherry barrel. Ugh. I was like, oh, please don't taste like wine. It doesn't taste like wine, but reeks of it. Also, it's whiskey, so it's fighting me from the inside. Scotch, actually, specifically. Or not actually, it is Scotch whiskey specifically, excuse me. Right, oh yeah. This is a show, baby. Playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided. We're gonna barrel through, and I noticed that, I keep breaking up all my games, and the doesn't make sense with the narrative ones. It's kind of making it hard to follow. So I'm gonna put those all on a playlist. We're gonna put all these on a playlist. Don't worry about that. You just watch them in order. Make it a little bit more cohesive. Not much, considering it's me. And considering what we were doing yesterday, we're gonna continue from there. And you guys, you tell me what happened yesterday, because I forgot. Right, got my last upgrade from old Machine Boy. Forgot his name. Whatever. The guy in Prague who helped me in the start, found out about my weird implants. He gave me the next upgrade so that I can activate all my implants, which is, I remember thinking this the last time I went through this game, pointless mechanic, because I totally forgot that it's not even that I forgot that I could turn my mods off and stuff like that. I was just like, why? Once I got it leveled out at one point, it wasn't necessary. I was barely using any of them. You can even see in the video, like, I'm barely spending my praxis, which I find is actually a very effective system with these Deus Ex games, by the way. Praxis is your upgrade points. When you get a praxis, do not jump on that shit, bitch. You wait until you need to do something to use a praxis. That helps you to spend your points on... Ooh, whiskey's fighting its way back out, huh? Spend your points correctly. And by correctly, I don't mean, like, so you win, because there's a million ways to win these. There's 10 ways to win every Deus Ex problem you have to solve. It just helps make sure you spend your praxis on stuff that suits your playstyle, like genuinely suits your playstyle, because this is the kind of game, there are all these kinds of games, all of them, where you can spend your praxis on stuff that makes sense to you as a gamer, but then doesn't feel right when you're playing it out. You know, you could start off the first game on a pier, like where boats go, pier, and there's a swimming perk you can upgrade. And if you don't know beforehand, you spend points in that swimming perk, and you're gonna regret it. Anyway, most likely, unless you specifically really built for that. Right. So there was a murder. So that's where I left off last night. There was a murder outside Adam Jensen's apartment, the protagonist, and somebody tore out all of the augments out of some poor bastard.
They love to tear us apart.
Just like he said.
The only way I'm continuing this conversation is over a beer.
It's kind of odd that he chose that phrasing.
Can't let them get away with this.
Daria says something, but apparently she doesn't talk to cops.
Well, guess what, buddy? I'm a super cop.
Around the corner.
You can't let them get away with this.
Tell us.
This is kind of a nice jacket.
She won't
Something
talk
is
to the
going to
police.
push
I
them
give up.
into attacking us.
It's not quite there, but it's almost there. I like it. It needs to be shaped up a little bit.
I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No one.
That's what I do, baby.
What
Nope.
happened here?
I mean, nope.
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Oh my
Do
goodness.
you have any idea who she was?
That sucks.
No, I've never seen her before. It's so sad that nothing will be done about this. Org victims
no.
are not high on the list of
We're
police
solving these
priorities.
problems.
To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
Woman, look at me. I am obviously a cop. I mean,
I work with someone else, another agency.
That's perfect. Do you outrank the police?
Depends who you ask.
The detective here, he's not willing. I got the feeling he doesn't care.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
God, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
You might already be in danger. Killer might see you as a loose end.
What?
Might already be waiting to get you alone.
Please, stop.
The point I'm trying to make is, if you saw something, you should tell the police. The more you can remember, the better the odds of the killer getting caught.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an og.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact you?
You planning to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have.
I can give you access to my info link. You should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. Talk to you about what happened.
How come she talks to him and not to me?
Okay, so I've mentioned this multiple times now. The game was just fucking with you. Did you catch it? What it's doing? You probably couldn't have caught it because the part A.
2 years too late.
God damn it! I gotta. Part A happened last night in the previous, at the end of the previous episode where I cut it off right at the end. So she just said multiple times, I was counting at least two, that she believes that the cop does not care about the Augs. Okay, and I've said multiple times in the Deus Ex games, you gotta pay attention to what the people in the fucking world they're saying. The NPCs in the world are your only. It's not your only. There are so many perspectives they give you in these lenses they give you in these fucking games. Perspective lenses, however you want to say it. Frames. To see things in this game. Your clearest light comes from like a collection of what people actually say in the real world, including what the person in question actually says in the real world. So, what she just said 2 times to fuck with it, devs are fucking with you, to say that she doesn't believe that the guy cares. But last night I was paying attention. When you approach this crime scene, the detective is talking to another cop, and you can tell by his tone he's taking it seriously, and he does seem to care about the Aug. Or not, I'm not sure about caring, but the tone of it is like he's taking it seriously. So, I'm telling you guys, and maybe I'm wrong, we'll see. But this bald guy over here, us bald guys, we've already lost everything that matters. You can trust us.
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not
Oh,
be
that's
sure?
sherry, man. I don't like
Either
that.
she
I'm
saw
getting used to it.
something or she didn't.
It smells like wine.
She's scared.
It's whiskey.
She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I'd like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you, augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing, or about doing things the right way.
Alright, I get what you mean.
I was a cop for 12 years. I know all about getting bad orders. The difference between what you're told to do and what you know is right.
Tell me about it. So, how did you reconcile yourself with those kinds of orders?
I quit.
I'm 2 months away from the beach. I'm not quitting. But I respect your idealism.
It was a long time ago. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forego any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
All right. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
It's a real brother right there.
I never said I was going to work your case for you.
Shut up. Shut up, Adam. God damn it.
Isn't that more or less
Embarrassing
the
me everywhere I
promise you
take this
made your
guy.
little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl.
Hey, Cab.
Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Careful of me.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
All right, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny
Glad I
Gunn.
talked to him again, huh?
He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Why else would I be
Snicked.
here?
Snicked.
I don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world.